It's December 17th, 2023, and I am looking at the communication tower, cell tower, on top of Diablo Peak on Santa Cruz Island. And so we've hiked up here this morning, and I'm guessing it's about 3 miles from where we parked up to this point. And we're on one of our Geo-hikes out here, and this is a good hike for maybe half the day. And I'm looking now across the Santa Barbara Channel towards Santa Barbara and the mainland. You can see the San Ynez Range there behind Santa Barbara there. And then I'll move over to the right, which is more to the east, looking towards Carpinteria and back towards the Oxnard Plain. And then you can see, if I zoom in a bit, in the very distance, you see, zoomed in a little too much for that. Come back out a bit. That is the Santa Monica Mountains there. And then closer in, we're looking east on Santa Cruz Island towards the Isthmus and the Montana Ridge there and Chinese Harbor. It's on this side of the Montana Ridge. So all that looks like a separate island is actually part of Santa Cruz Island. There's a narrow isthmus. And we're on the main part of the island here, on the Nature Conservancy part. And then the Central Valley is down there, and the Santa Cruz Island Fault runs down that, big left lateral strike slip fault. And then we'll move around here, some of the other people in the group. Now I'm looking southward, towards the Pacific Ocean and the south ridge of the island. We pick up kind of on the, just before we see the water. Let me walk over here a bit, and there's a little brass plate benchmark here. Yeah, it shows you we're at Devil's Peak, also known as Diablo Peak. And now we're looking kind of southwestward at that's the Sierra Blanca, that peak in the middle there, right as you get in front of the water. And then we're looking down towards so very clear day for up here. Often you get up here and it's foggy, can't see much, but I can see the next island over, that's Santa Rosa, and then I can see on the right of Santa Rosa in the distance, that's San Miguel Island. So it's very clear for out here. And then as I sweep back to the south, we've got Laguna Canyon going out towards the ocean down there, and then got over towards Willows Canyon, goes down towards the ocean, and then we can see San Nicolas Island just barely back in there. See if I can get the right place for it. It's gonna be hard to make out, but that's it. That very, just kind of very low-lying island. That's San Nicolas Island. And yesterday we could see Santa Barbara Island, and I think I see it. It's very faint back there in the distance, but it's a very beautiful day. And so we're looking at, in the outcrops right here, we're looking at the Santa Cruz Island volcanics, and of course that makes up the north ridge of the island. And pretty much most of the rock in this part of the island, it's north of the big Santa Cruz Island Fault, are members of the Santa Cruz Island volcanics. And it's hard to make out here, but they're dipping off. They're layered. There's flows, there's debris, breccias, and various things that make up the unit. And they're all dipping off to the right, to the north. And then if we cross the fault, which is down below us in this valley directly below it, then we go on to the south side of the island, and all that red soil you see there, that's soil that's eroding from the Santa Cruz Island schist. which has a lot of iron-rich various minerals in it. They give you that rust color. And then beyond that, there's a little patch of diorite. You can't really make it out. And then you go into cross a big unconformity, a big time break, and you go into the Blanca Formation, and that's a sedimentary deposit, although it's volcaniclastic, so it's mostly volcanic material. And that's dipping off to the south. So you've got really the structure of the island in a very gross sense is a big anticline or anticlinorium. There's very big upward arching structure bisected by this big strike slip fault, the Santa Cruz Island fault.